Welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about the benefits of doing squats and even answering the question, should we be doing squats every day? All right, today we're going to be talking about 3 different benefits that you will get from adding squats to your workout routine. So the first one is that a squat is a compound movement. There's a lot of benefits by adding compound movements into your exercise routine because you're using a large group of muscles on your body. As I go into a squat, as I come down, I'm going to push my hips back and load up my hamstrings. So now I'm using my glutes and my hamstrings. I'm using my quads to now push myself back up, pushing through the floor. I'm activating my calves as well. So just by performing that squat, I'm using every lower body muscle I've got down here. From there, also to stabilize your body in the squat, we're having to keep a steady core that's engaged to keep our back flat to avoid injury. All right, now I'm going to demo this exercise from the side so you guys can get a better look at it to see what muscles we're really working here. As I have my feet about shoulder width apart, I'm going to push my hips back. So I'm now going to activate my glutes and my hamstrings, as well as putting some of that load on my quads. As I lower that butt down towards the floor, I have to make sure that I'm keeping my chest up by activating my core and my back muscles as well, keeping everything nice and tight and aligned with each other. As you come down into that squat, you're now using everything to bring you down, holding it at the bottom, and then pushing through those heels to come back to the top. The second benefit I want to talk about by adding squats to your fitness routine is added mobility. As we start to get older, our mobility starts to decrease and it's hard to keep up. By adding in squats to that fitness routine, you then make it easier to maintain that mobility throughout your life. You can even see as I go down into a squat, I'm using the mobility through my knees, through my ankles, and through my hips. This is an exercise that you can do anywhere at any time. Benefit number 3 is because this is a compound movement, it's a great exercise to keep your heart rate up throughout your workout. The reason why you want to keep your heart rate elevated throughout your workout is because that's how you burn fat. As we move our bodies and we get our heart rate coming up and down, that puts our bodies in a fat burning zone. It's important to do that if you're wanting to see results and to lose that extra weight. Now we're going to get into this should we be doing squats every day conversation. Now, there's a couple things to consider when you think about doing a squat every day. If I am just here with no weight, just doing a body weight squat, coming down and standing back up, can I perform that every day? Yes, I probably can. But as you start to add in your squats into your fitness routine, and then from there start to progress adding in weight, then that's another discussion. As we add in weight, it can put a lot of strain on your body. Yes, we've talked about all the many benefits of adding in squats to your routine, but if we're not doing it correctly and we're not being smart by adding the right load on at the right time, then we can do more damage than good. If you decide to add in some squats to your everyday routine, there's some things that you need to consider. So first of all, how many reps are you doing? So as you come into a squat, again, we're talking about all the different muscles that we're using. If I decide to do 10 reps once a day for the rest of my life, I think I'd be just fine. But if I did 100 or 200 or 300 reps in one day, then your body probably will need to recover from that. So the biggest thing is that you need to make sure that you're listening to your body and how it reacts to whatever you decide to do. So if I put in 200 squats and the next day I could hardly walk down the stairs, then I might need to take an extra day to recover before I added in squats another day. Another factor to consider is adding weight to your squats. As you start to become more comfortable with the movement, there's a couple different ways that you can add squats. You can add them to the side of your body. You can put it in the front like a goblet squat. You can bring it down below like a sumo squat. You can put it on your back as a back squat. There's a lot of different options that you can do with that. So with that, again, it takes more time to recover. So if I'm doing a regular back squat where I'm adding a ton of weight onto that barbell, I'm only doing maybe 5 to 8 reps, 5 sets total. It's going to take me probably a good 2 or 3 days, 4 days to really feel comfortable to bring those squats back in to that fitness routine throughout the week. So I guess the biggest thing I want you guys to consider is with this question is how many squats am I doing? How often am I doing them? And how does my body feel after doing them? And then that can kind of give you the gauge of how many squats you want to do, how often you should do them, and go from there. I hope you enjoyed this video. You're still watching, so you must have liked something that you saw today. So if you do, subscribe down below, and we'll see you later.